Welcome back to my workshop. Now today we've got a bit of a repair job on our hands. Now you may remember this is my Stanley Fatmax V20 Jigsaw. Now I've had it over a year now and I had a bit of a disaster the other day and I actually broke it. Now you would think I'd be able to claim on warranty, but that's another story. If you're interested in that story, drop me a comment and I'll fill you in. But basically I've broken it, I have to repair it, and I've got some spare parts. So let's have a look at what I've broken. Right, so let's have a look at what I've broken here. Now basically you can see the blade is over here. It should be in here, but this is all a bit broken. Let me try and focus for you here. Okay, if you look at this, this looks like a bit of a dog's dinner. It's all broken. And what happened was the actual roller here. Let me get you in closer so you can have a close look. So what actually happened, the little roller here, which sits in here, okay, and that supports the back of the blade. All right, so this roller sits here and it supports the back of the blade, okay? And what happened is the little roll pin that's in the middle there, this little fella, fell out, okay? Now that resulted in this roller falling off, which meant that the blade that was in here moved backwards and it actually snapped the front assembly here. Okay, so now it's completely the wrong shape. Okay, there's no way that's going to hold a blade. This part here is destroyed. So basically I've got to replace this part here and the roller assembly. Okay. Now, as I say, I should be claiming on warranty, but there was a bit of a difficulty with the warranty claim. So I've had to buy the parts myself. Now, that's not a problem. Okay, I've managed to easily get hold of a new clamp and a new guide roller. Now, I got those from Spare Parts World. I'll put a little link up here somewhere. Spare Parts World, and basically that was a £5 and that was a £5. But the only problem is I've got to do it myself. So let's take this apart so we can replace these parts. Right, so it looks like what I've got to do is take off this side here. But to make my life easier, I think what I'll do is I'll take off the foot first. Okay, let's get the Allen key out of there. I'll take off the foot first, which in theory should just be a case of removing this. Okay, that was easy enough. Just one Allen bolt there. Let me get myself a little bucket so I can put my stuff in. All right, I've had myself a nice Chinese mill. I've now got one of these. So what I'm going to do is just put my nuts and bolts in there. Right, so it looks like there's just about, there's about 75 million screws holding this in. So let's undo all the ones we can see and then hopefully it will come apart. Yeah, might need something to undo those quicker. Right, well, that was easy enough. Now, don't forget, if you're going to do this, make sure you haven't got any warranty. I know my warranty is now expired on this, so I'm okay doing this repair myself. And also, if you're not confident enough to do the repairs yourself, then take it somewhere to get it repaired, okay, rather than trying to do it yourself. But we should be okay with this. It was simple enough to take the cover off. I think it was about 13 screws there. Now, there's two different sizes of screw. There's these long ones and there's slightly shorter ones. Okay, so when you're taking it apart, try and remember where the long ones went, because I've already forgotten, but we'll figure it out when we put it back together. Now let's have a look inside this thing. All right, so looking inside, it looks quite complicated because there's all sprockets and wires and everything else. But we'll just quickly point out the main components here. Now, obviously here we've got your connection. This is where the battery goes. So these are your live terminals. So while we're in here, we'll have a look, make sure there's no problems there. Here we have the switch mechanism, okay, which is, oh, it's got a test point there by the looks of it. Okay, there's the trigger. We've got a toroid here to obviously stop some interference. Here's our main motor, which, as you can see, that should just turn rotary motion into linear motion. So as I'm turning this, okay, this is going up and down. Okay, and that's what gives you your soaring action. All this part here is the main gearbox. It looks like it's all made out of aluminium. So there's a gear ratio, a small gear here, a bigger gear here, and inside there's a bit of a pendulum. We won't take that apart because we don't need to, but you can see if I turn it around here, okay, you can see that this wheel turns on a bit of an eccentric, okay, so it forces it up and down. Okay, so this part here turns the rotary motion into a linear motion. All right, well, that's all very interesting, but that's not the parts we want to change. The parts we want to change is here and here. Okay, this bit here I think we could have got to from outside, but this bit needs to be done by taking the cover off. Now looking at this should just literally lift out, which it does. Okay, there's a roll pin there, not a roll pin, it's just a pin there. So this should be our first component that we're going to change. Right, so I've got my new component here. This is obviously the guide roller. Let's get it out of the bag. Right, that looks very similar. Yeah. So in theory, like, this has got the guide roller on it. Let's see if we can get you in focus here a little bit. Okay, it's got the guide roller. It's got the roll pin. Now there's the roll pin that actually came out. So I've got to make sure that it doesn't come out again. Right, so this should be a simple case of just putting it back in. Back in here. And then insert our rod. Well, that was easy enough, wasn't it? Right, in theory, this bit here is now no good. Move that to one side. Right, the other component we've got is this part here, which is the blade clamp. Okay, now what we do is we'll get the other one off, which should just be a case of getting an Allen key. Right, so looking at the front of the machine here, you can see this part here is a bit that's broken. Okay, if you look on the new one, that's all in place. Okay, now it's just these two Allen keys, or just knock something off. These two Allen keys here, if I can get them off. One. Oh, where it's all bent, it's pushing against the Allen bolt. But we're out. Okay, and that should just slide off, hopefully. Okay, it's just slid off. And then the new one, making sure the springs are in the right place. The new one should just slide on. Ugh, greasy. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off again because we know it comes off easily. So it's out of the way. There's nothing stopping that going on. I think I need to push it on with something. Right, let's give that a little tap. Now it's all lined. Right, I wouldn't advise using a metal hammer for this, but I'm going to use one of these, which is a nylon hammer. Okay, very gentle taps. Nearly there. Okay, looks like that's aligned. See if we can get our screws back in. 1, 2. All right, don't over tighten these. All right, so that's in place. Put our guide roller back on, which sits in here. Roll pin in. Right, this bit fell out, but that just goes like that. Right, that was easy enough. Let's put the cover back on then. Okay, before we start putting some screws in, make sure that this seam is closed up all the way around. Make sure we haven't caught any wires or anything like that. Yeah, it looks good. So let's get our screws back in. Right, it's all the screws back in. We've made sure that our closures are all nice and flush. Let's put the foot back on now. We'll try and get it the right way around. Okay, that's the front. That was just simply this little fella. Goes in this hole here. Give it a tighten. And then don't forget to put your Allen key back. Right, so in theory, we should now be able to put our blade back in. Pull the lever back, insert the blade, release it, that's got it, and check to make sure it's aligned. Let's get you in focus here. Yeah, it's sitting in the guide. Yeah, that all feels good. All right, stick a battery on, see what happens. All right, so that appears to be working. Obviously in a setting of 0 here. Okay, we're just going up and down. No problem. Setting of 1. You can see the lever, this lever here is moving backwards and forwards. And setting of 2, it moves backwards and forwards, but even more. Okay, so I think we're up and running again. Excellent. Ta-da! So that's it, it's all done. A nice simple repair. It cost me a total of £10 from Spare Parts World. I'll leave a link in the description because I was very impressed with their delivery and their prices. But that's it, it's all up and running again now. I won't bother cutting a piece of wood just to show you it working, because if you've got one of these, you've seen it cut a piece of wood a million times. Right, I'm happy with that. I can carry on using it, and I'm happy because it's only cost me a tenner. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Welcome back to my workshop. Now today I've had a bit of a disaster. Let's see if I can hold this in place for you. It goes there. Oh, I can't get it to hold in.